First set, Andy Marin to serve.
Approaching 3:30 on an overcast
Sit quickly, please.
London day. The final of the Aegon Championships at Queen's Club. Andy Murray going for a third title, playing against the defending champion Marin Cilic. Murray serving.
Love. Gosh, good. We play the point.
There was a quick overall, wasn't it, from Cedric Morier?
Love. Faulty love. First service.
Boy, how quick was he there? It almost made that.
40-15.
Miles behind the baseline. Good tactical drop shot there, Cilic, but it's got to be that good, otherwise he's going to lose the point there. Murray almost got it.
Net for serve. Again, Murray. First game.
Andy Murray seems so comfortable in his own skin at the moment, doesn't he? This 3.5-week break that he took to just make sure that his bad back was okay. We were getting varying reports about the severity of that injury, but he pulled out of Madrid and the French Open. It was the first time since 2007 that he'd had to miss a Grand Slam championship. So all the questions coming in here were really concerning, you know, whether or not this was a long-term and chronic ailment. And he came out against Mahou and played, I use the word urgently, with urgency. And it's been that way every step of the way. Murray has looked very keen to play, perhaps because of that break that he's had that was enforced.
Net on serve. Love 15. Love 30.
That's an excellent approach shot there. So much bite on that backhand.
Love 40.
Just slightly out of position, wasn't he? So he just elected to go for depth on the approach and a firmness to it. And Cilic is being ambushed here at the beginning of this match. 3 break points.
He was too quick there. He overran that ball. Good effort here to even get this back. He anticipates where it's going to go.
Fairty 40.
He lined that one up as well. Good first return, had the opening.
He takes the short ball on. The cross-court forehand does the damage, and it's 2-love.
Again, Marin. Marin, it's by 2 games to love.
Already worrying for Marin Cilic in this match, because how's he going to actually have an impact?
Well, he's certainly got to serve better than he did that game. He only got 1 first serve in that whole game. So if he's giving second serves out every time to Murray, he's going to lose. It's as simple as that. He needs some free points on his serve, and that game didn't get any at all.
Love 15.
Nice variation there from Cilic.
Love 30.
Very content with hitting those slice backhands, not giving Murray too much pace. And then opened up with the flatter backhand and got the error from Murray.
$15.30.
Impressive 1-2 punch. Got to do more with that.
30 on.
Don't think it's a bad idea at all for him to attack on Murray's second serve when he gets the chance, because Murray has been rolling a few in the high 70s, low 80s, but if you're going to run around that far into the tram line, you've got to do something better with the forehand than that. That was a much better return, and that's what he has to take chances on.
30-40. Yes.
So love 30 and 30-40 down in this game, and still nothing for Cilic.
Good quality. Excellent ground strokes there.
Advantage, Cilic.
It's never really letting Murray get the upper hand in this rally. Just very accurate. Kept him off balance the whole time.
Yes.
That's
Advantage, Cilic.
just about the only poor shot that he's played so far, and it's taken a quarter of an hour. It's just one that he would like back. It's just a slight concentration issue. Everything else has been tip-top. Now, he's had break points against him in this game, and he's gone big out wide, flat, 138 miles an hour the last one. Same again, 136.
Marin Cilic is on the ball on the right-hand sideline. Ball was continued.
Now, the ball was called in. Was it an ace? And is it back to deuce? Cilic is standing his ground there, and he'll have to move. What satisfaction for the coaching camp and for Murray that every time he needs a big serve, he seems to be able to produce it at the moment.
Advantage Marin. Marin Cilic has 2 challenges remaining. Mr. Cilic is going to go the
It's
right
another
service
challenge.
line. Ball was completed.
3 very sizable serves to the left court when he's needed them in the game. And there's another, make it 4.
4 stands.
And it's 3-love. Quality match from Murray so far.
Murray leads by 3 games to love.
He's a winner in Brisbane earlier this year before the Australian Open. He
Cilic has
defended
1
that
challenge
title and he won in Miami, which is one of the bigger tournaments on the ATP Tour. He beat David Ferrer from a set down in the heat of South Florida. So he's going for title number 3 this year. Marin Cilic has already had the honor of winning in Zagreb in front of home fans in Croatia. But this is an impressive start from Andy Murray. If you were coaching Cilic, you'd have to be quick here, wouldn't you? Because this set is disappearing quickly. What would you say? I mean, what can he do that's any different?
Well, I mean, as I said, that when he lost his service game, he only got 1 first serve in out of about 7 points there. So, number one, he's got to get his first serve in more often than that.
Even if it means taking some pace off?
Well, something, just to get the rhythm in. He can't afford to be giving second serves away as it is. Murray was putting him under pressure right away on the return to serve. So, he has got to, you know, and the difference between them is obviously many things, but the mobility around the court is the problem for Cilic as far as he's going up against one of the best movers out there. And Cilic's defensive play, that's his weakness. And unfortunately, he's being put on the run all the time because he's not doing anything on the serve at the moment. But that's only 1 game. But unfortunately, he's already down a break. I think he's got to keep attacking Murray's second serve when he gets the chance and put some energy into that and be aggressive. Other than that, he's only down 1 break. It looks a lot when you look at the score, love 3. But it's only 1 break. But he needs this game, obviously, especially after, you know, his record is so poor against Murray. Goes down two breaks, and psychologically he'll be difficult for him to get out of it.
$50 love.
You can afford to miss first serves if you hit second serves like that. That was a beauty. That makes life a lot easier for him when he does that.
30 love. $30-15. $40-15. Game Cilic. Murray leads by 3-1.
Croatians, friends and family see their man get going on the scoreboard. Still 3-1 down, and the knowledge that Cilic had love 30 in the previous game and break points as well. So long way to go in this set. apologies for the net cords from Murray.
15 love. 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 40-15. Footy. Again, Marin.
So he puts the game away.
Marin leads by 4 games to 1.
Talked about Roger Federer winning his 77th career title in Halle on the grass there, defeating Michael Eugenie for the 15th time. Poor Michael. Well, still he's in the final. Andy Murray has won 26 titles. And Ivan Lendl, who's in the box, he won 94 titles, and only Connors won more than him at 109. So, you know, Federer really getting up there. But it's not about the numbers. It's the tournament itself. It's the Grand Slams, and the parallels between Lendl and Murray when it comes to the Grand Slams. Something that might have attracted Andy Murray in terms of employing him as a coach.
Well, definitely, and also the fact that the
Time.
amount of finals Lendl lost in a row before he finally won 4, before he won his first one, and that was another reason. But you know, I just the respect he had for someone like Lendl. It was something he needed. He needed someone that had, quite frankly, was a better player than Andy. Well, he is at the moment. I mean, there's still a long way to go yet, but. He's reading the ball well, Murray. He was onto that
15.
one. A little bit upright on that volley. See not much of a bend on that one, was it? That was a sort of McEnroe the way he used to hit his, but his always went over.
He wants the ball though, doesn't he?
Yeah.
This quickness and this alert nature of his game at the moment is deeply impressive. Horrible to play against.
13.
Superb grass court play there from Cilic. Very aggressive, again keeping Murray on the run.
40 love.
Closing in just at the right time. Good instincts to get into the net behind that one.
Forty 15.
It really does look an easy game, doesn't it, for him? Has done all week. Still just a single break of serve. And Cilic with 2 game points still.
Marin Cilic. Marin leads by 4 games to 2.
So just a break of the Cilic for opening service game. The only difference between these two at the moment. This is the last game that will be played with the old tennis balls, the ones that were warmed up with as well. So if they're going to be slightly slower through the air or off the court, this would be the game in these quite humid conditions.
Fifteen love.
Well, hasn't had much success with the drop shot so far, Murray. He's persistent with it.
15 all.
This one at least he got over. He's missed a couple in the net, but it wasn't a very good drop shot. Not easy to lob someone as tall as Marin Cilic. Well, that point set up with a beautiful backhand down the line.
15-30.
Got to use that shot, go behind your man. That created the opening, and from then onwards he took charge of the rally. Some heavy ground strokes from Cilic now. Wild.
15-40.
Missed that by a mile. Bottom of the net on that one, just like he rotated around too quickly or something on that one. It was a strange forehand.
That
was an excellent second serve. Second serve has not been that great this week, I mean, in terms of its speed, but that one, he knew Cilic was going to try and do some damage on it. He put a little bit more beef on it and directed it perfectly there and got Cilic off balance. Excellent second serve. Sloppy shot. Break point.
This. Net second serves. Marin Cilic.
It's another break point. When he's been break point down from this end, he's gone with the big flat serve out wide, and it's paid dividends. Cilic might be waiting for that one.
Again, Cilic.
Poor game, no doubt, from Murray. Cilic is back in it. From a neutral's point of view,
No change.
they might be delighted that Cilic has broken. It's brought the final
Murray
alive.
leads by 4 games to 3.
He did really relinquish that, didn't he? Strange, couple of mistakes, and forehand side seems to be playing it a bit early, perhaps going for it too much. Murray feeling the pressure to get the first strike in. I mean, that is very much what Ivan Lendl wants. And, you know, doesn't always go your way.
No, it's about degrees, and that game he just seems to have got the balance slightly wrong. He's you know, a couple of occasions, or a few occasions now, he's just seems to me trying to end the point a little bit too quickly. I mean, he's tried a lot of drop shots that haven't worked, and that's a good tactic to use against Cilic, but it's got to be done the right way, and just a little bit too aggressive on the forehand side.
Special event later on, rally against cancer. Burdick and Lendl will be playing against Andy Murray and Tim Henman, and then they've got a lineup of very good celebrity. Jonathan Ross, Jimmy Carr, Sir Richard Branson, Miranda Hart will be here to lend the benefit of her tennis knowledge as well. Hope there is some. But, that's all for later. This is sort of the serious side. Marin Cilic has broken back. Good for him, and it was the last game with the old balls, and so serving with new balls, which he will enjoy. 3-4 down, the Croatian.
Love 15.
You know, if grass courts were back then in the 80s like they are now, I'm sure Lendl would have won one of those Wimbledons.
Oh, absolutely.
Change of direction from Cilic, lured into it.
Love 13.
Yeah, I think the grass courts in, you know, when Lendl was playing, he was almost forced into thinking that he had to serve and volley because of the difference of the court. He wouldn't have to now, and he would have been deadly from the back of the court, mixing it up with the big first serve coming in occasionally. He would definitely have got a Wimbledon title to his name.
15-30.
Oh, that's just a brilliantly worked point from Murray.
They talk about it being a balance between patience and aggression.
15-40.
It's just this week, Murray has slotted back into that so well, hasn't he, for this surface. Having had his clay court season curtailed with this much publicised bad back, he's had no problem with his movement at all on this surface. Seems to have an innate understanding of what to do. It's 2 break points. Oh, ball landed on the line.
30-40. Andy Murray is channeling the ball on the right baseline. Ball was good. Good.
Well, nobody had a better view of it than Murray himself. It went just past him. I think he realised that
Post ends.
it caught the line. Break point saved. Another one
30-40.
here.
Murray has 2 challenges remaining.
Oh, uh-oh. Don't tell me he's hurt himself. Oh, he changed direction to go back to his backhand side off a Cilic forehand, and I hated the noise. Hopefully it was just out of shock and surprise rather than any permanent damage here. But that's the danger of changing direction on a grass court. This would rather change the complexion of the British sporting summer if he wasn't around. Hold on a second. So he covers the backhand side, goes back to the middle, split step, and the right foot will go, I'm sure. Yeah, there it is. And the groin can go so easily.
That's that area of the court we've been talking about, haven't we? That's sort of 3 or 4 feet from the back there, and he gets stuck there, and that's about the sort of the worst part of the court. It's just not used as much, and
This
seems to be okay.
At the moment. Just a bit of a shock that he went over, I think. He does go over with a bit of drama, the boy, doesn't he? Whew. I think he's all right. Hope so.
Did it again.
Well, the good news is that he was off like a robber's dog
Very
after that
Cilic.
drop shot, and if he had injured himself, he wouldn't have been. That's too long.
Marin Cilic.
And Marin Cilic has done well here, because in front of a crowd that clearly favours Andy Murray. It's not a hostile crowd, let's face it, some of the places these players play, but he's done very well to come back.
Well, down that early break, awful start from Cilic, and then to come back. hang in there the way he's done. Now broken back.
Now 15.
Problem is when you base such a big part of your game of the movement. I mean, and that's what he's one of the best in the world. And you have an accent like that, it just puts doubts in your mind. That's the problem. And
his own physio, Joey De Beer, there, he wouldn't be able to go on court to treat him. One of the ATP trainers would.
$50. $15-30. $30.
That's wide.
Mr. Murray is challenging the goal on the left near sideline. Ball's pulled out.
Cilic going for another break of serve here. And the Murray backhand. I think he just caught it a little bit too late. It's wide, so it's a break point.
All set.
Not by much, but out.
30-40.
I don't understand why they do it.
Yes.
Oh, we've seen that a few times.
he can go down the middle, obviously, on that serve, but that's his sort of his go-to serve when he's in trouble. That's his favourite serve, that one out wide.
Ooh.
Felix Murray.
Strong hold in the end. Murray keeps his nose in front, 5-4.
Murray leads by 5 games to 4.
World number 2 and top seed here. Andy Murray playing against Marin Cilic, seed 5, number 12 in the world at the moment. So scheduled to get to the 4th round of Wimbledon. Quality player. These are the champions of Queen's Club for the last 3 years. Well, this year and the 2 previous, we had Sam Querrey. Got in the middle of that. Andy Murray's first title here, 2009. We'll just take a quick look at this slip once again. I think he's absolutely fine, but this is when he went over, defends the backhand. Tries to recover. But, you know, the reason why I giggle is he's all right. Because at the time, it didn't look like he was all right at all.
Time.
As you can see, I mean, you don't like to see your favourite sportsman curled up in the fetal position on the court having shrieked, but he's all right. There's quite a lot of self-talk going on and a lot of talk over to his bench at the moment. It's because he's in a tough contest. He had the break of serve. Cilic has come back. It's a pretty decent final now.
Mr. Murray is trying the call on the right baseline. Ball was called out.
Well, that's a shame because the return had started the rally just like Murray wanted it to start. And now, of course, Cilic will have 2 serves and has the possibility of winning an easy point. So frustration for Murray at the beginning of the game.
Oh, that was a wonderfully miss hit. It ended up to be a beautiful shot, and it was extremely lucky. He didn't mean this at all.
Drop shot.
Yeah, it's a complete miss hit. Still haven't seen the extreme kick serve out to the backhand side yet from Cilic. He was using that serve all week, maybe saving it for a really big point.
30 love. First service.
Well caught off Murray's left thigh. I mean, the way it flicked off there, he's stronger thigh muscles than us.
40 love. Faulty 15.
First double fault, 40 love. A perfectly reasonable time to serve it.
Game Cilic.
And a first ace to even that count. 5-all.
5 games on. Love 15.
Out!
15 all.
It looks to me that
15-30.
Cilic has obviously played him enough, but he's really aware of these drop shots, and that was a pretty good drop shot, but again it was so far back by the baseline when he hit it. It's a long way for that ball to travel, and Cilic enough time to get to it and do some damage. Well, that's what that serve deserved.
Now the racket's gone. That'll be an automatic warning.
15-40.
Except Cedric Murray is declining to give him one, because that frame definitely went. And he's hit his foot twice hard, his left ankle hard with the strings on the shoe. So he knew a little bit what he was doing. It just shows the frustration. And now he's cracked a frame. He needs to concentrate hard here. Perhaps he'll get some help from a big first serve again. He's lent heavily on this delivery. Oh, well, that's a net cord that doesn't go his way, just as Cilic's forehand net cord
Cilic leads by 6
didn't
games
go
to
his
5.
way either to begin the game. So ill fortune, you could call it, but well done, Cilic, who for the first 15-20 minutes here
Was out of it, wasn't he?
It was 3-love and 4-1, and it just didn't look like he was going to be much of a part of the final just for a moment.
I agree. He looked in big trouble. But I think these last couple of games, it's all a combination of the slip. Now, to me, it's let him worry him. See, he's got all the different shoes. He's trying other shoes on. I think he's not happy with his movement, and he's just sort of let it get to him a little bit, and he's frustrated. And look, we've got to give a lot of credit to Cilic, obviously, but to me, Murray's gone off the boil. His shot selection has been questionable. The drop shots have not been successful, and he's just gone off. He's just gone off at the moment.
Sam Evans on Twitter says that Ivan Lendl is like a sphinx. He just sits and watches. Yeah, no, it is true. Just now and again, he might turn his head to the right. Quick word with he's got a good lady wife down there. That's not her. She's just sitting
Right behind.
just behind. But he
Time.
doesn't get too demonstrative himself. Certainly no element of panic. Antoinette says there's a parallel. Murray and Lendl skipping the French Open in an effort to win Wimbledon. Lendl did it on purpose. Murray's back was bad, but yes, in one way there was a parallel. They both missed and had more time on the grass. But Wimbledon only 8 days away, but neither player here in this final at Queen's Club thinking about that right now. Cilic serving for the first set.
Love 15. 15 all.
That's the shot that Cilic used so effectively against Burdick. Used that sort of slice backhand cross court just enough to make his opponent come in, force him in, and then he kept passing Burdick when he did that. Played that very well. He used that against Murray there. Got away with that one, not quite as good.
Fifteen 30.
It's a great defensive shot there from Murray. Pushed out wide and
15-14.
he gets it, and he knows that he's got to do something and gets it back so high and deep. Puts pressure back onto Cilic.
Penalty 14.
Didn't expect to see that. And he's saying to himself, so lazy, and that's exactly what it looked like there. Didn't really get low enough on that. That's one of his favourite shots, that slice backhand. That's the trouble. Sometimes only get one chance
This
on the service game. Maybe that was it, the one at 15-40. Still got a shot here though, but a lot of work to be done.
advantage. Cilic.
Quite an intense hour. It's very welcome to see shadows on this centre court at Queen's Club. It's a very long shadow with Marin Cilic, 6.5 foot tall. He's got a set point. Impressive tennis from Marin Cilic, back from 4-1 down. And the defending champion is a set up. What can Andy Murray do now? It's a bit like a football match when the underdog wins or scores the first goal. You just feel like it's going to be very interesting to see whether Andy Murray can actually dig deep and find something here and change his game plan. Yesterday against Tsonga in the semi-final, he was down a set and it was 3-all in the second set, 15-40, and suddenly he came to life. He's got to find that now, so he's going to have to dig.
Yep. Yeah, he's just irritated. I mean, he's just lost the first set. Obviously, he's not going to be happy, but he just when he came into the changeover there, he sort of threw his shoes away, the ones on the side there, and sort of hit the racket at them. And it's just, again, I think it's that sort of frustration with his movement. And when he had that fall, and he's never really adjusted since then mentally. But again, we have to give a lot of credit to Cilic though, because you know, he looked like he was gone in that first set, and really kept his focus, kept the belief, and has played very, very well indeed.
Saved a match point against Feliciano Lopez on Thursday. There's Samuel L. Jackson under there. Golf is often his game. Maybe he likes to play a game of tennis as well. Very welcome visitor here.
Time.
I know what's in that beaker, and it's not mineral water. So enjoying the afternoon, and it was a final that we were wondering whether we would see today. Delighted they've got onto court. Paya and Suarez versus Bob and Mike Bryan is the men's doubles final, taking place on court 1. Free entry to under 16s, accompanied by an adult. It's a very fan-friendly tournament.
Second set.
And this is the final singles match. Andy Murray is a set down to Marin Cilic.
Fifteen love. Love.
It's a long way back to hit a drop volley. Didn't quite do enough with it, but good movement from Murray.
Love. Game Murray. First game, second set. Love. Yep. 15. Ready, 15. 40-15.
Lots of errors at the moment, isn't it? Bit scrappy this match, this phase of it.
Yep.
Again, Cilic. One game on.
Jamie on Twitter says, Andy isn't allowed to win Wimbledon as the final is the same day as my wedding. Should have thought that through, really. Yep. 3 weeks today.
Love 15.
There's just a feeling that he's somehow, well, it's the concentration which is not there particularly, but he just keeps talking to the box, probably to Ivan Lendl primarily.
Yeah.
Keep going through.
Keep going for it. He said that in his match yesterday too. That's a little sarcasm coming in.
Net for serve. $15.
When you think back to a few years ago when
30-15.
Andy Murray was being coached by Brad Gilbert, and some of the stuff he used to say then to Brad Gilbert, it was almost every point for a while there, and right in his face. So he's certainly matured a lot more in that regard, and that was painful to watch in those days. When sometimes when he would get in one of those moods, and it would, I mean, Brad Gilbert, I can't believe he just sat there and took it.
That's fine defence from Murray off a strong return.
40-15.
And this set starting very differently from the first. Potential of 3 comfortable holds in a row here.
$40-30. This advantage Murray.
He did well to get that back, but unfortunately from that position, only one winner of that rally.
This
This is good work from Cilic. I know it looks like it's errors from Murray, but Cilic is doing what you have to do to begin a rally, and that's get it back into play. And he is seeing the ball well, isn't he? That's a big first serve at 128 miles an hour. And the Croatian is knocking it back and asking the question.
Foul!
Didn't quite hear the linesperson there.
Ah, now that's a mistake.
Advantage Murray.
But, you know, he's playing with a real look in his eye, Cilic here. He's not afraid of these sorts of situations. You don't get to number 12 in the world without knowing how to share the court space with star players.
Yes.
That serve again, not much on it. He just made himself open to getting attacked behind it, and Cilic taking the chance with the forehand.
Come on!
Advantage Murray.
Come on!
And Murray. Murray leads by 2-1.
2 third-round finishes for Marin Cilic this year at the Grand Slam Championships, Australia at the beginning of the year, and at the recent French Open, a quarter-finalist of the US Open last year, and a semi-finalist of the Aussie back in 2010. So he's sort of been there or thereabouts a few times. You just wonder with Cilic, when it gets to the latter stages of tournaments, whether he's going to beat his chest and produce his best sort of form, because he's such a shy man, a sort of retiring personality. Almost sort of sheepishly would he say, yes, I want to be top 4 in the world. But he's certainly taken on Andy Murray today. Doesn't mind a serve and volley now and again either too, does he, John? He's got a nice mix to his game.
Yeah, he has. We've seen that all week here.
Time.
Where the variation has been good, and that's where he's improved. He's not afraid to try new things and work on things, and it's been very successful. Still haven't seen that kick serve out wide that he's used a lot. I don't know if that's the respect for the Murray backhand, maybe, but he's been using that so successfully. And there's all the shoes. They've lasted me throughout the whole year.
He's got a different model, hasn't he, for each one? And these shoes that he's using have got the pimples. They just go up round the side of it. Some makes don't, and the players prefer them when they do. The pimple, just a half pimple going up round the side. So if the foot is at an angle, it still grips the grass. Don't wear them on concrete when you're walking to the grass court, because the pimples go flat, like some old table tennis bat.
Love.
Foul! Foul!
15 all.
Well, that's respect for the Murray return, isn't it? A second serve like that, risking all.
15-30.
That ball caught the line.
30 all.
No, it's long. It was an excellent point from both players, right from the return from Murray.
Mr. Murray trying to go on the left baseline, ball was pulled out.
Yes. Must have travelled too far in the air, mustn't it? On the Cilic baseline, the review has been called for. It's a 30-all point, and it was a tough one.
I think that's half the reason why he challenged. He wanted a break.
Yes.
Pro Sense 40-30.
Exhausting rally that was.
Mr. Murray has 2 challenges for me. Game Cilic.
Well, despite 2 double faults, Cilic holds.
2 games on.
He certainly doesn't want to be doing that too often, though,
No.
does he? Serving 2 double faults. He's unlikely to get away with too many of those against Murray.
It's a measure of how well he's hitting it from
Yes,
the back of the court, though, isn't
exactly.
it? That he managed to win the game anyway. Why are the crowd at Queen's so quiet? Hardly any support for either player. No atmosphere, says Stuart Gaines. Yeah, I know what you mean. It's quite subdued here today after all the break. It is generally a very genteel crowd, I grant you that. Not on Friday night after work, it isn't, but this crowd certainly is, I agree.
15 love.
Stephen White, Murray needs to stop this shouting to the box. Never does well when he's in that mindset. I think his concentration is there. I think he's very engaged still. Around the turn of the set, he appeared to lose concentration a bit.
Love. Love.
It's a tidy game.
Murray leads by 3 games to 2.
Bit of a momentum builder.
That was a great game. I think what you said was right about Murray being engaged, you know, after that first set where he sort of went off the ball a little bit. I think in the past when he would start distracting himself mentally and, you know, start saying things to the box, he would let it worry him, and sometimes he would go through 2-3 points in a row where he would let it get to him. He's cut that out a great amount. He might get irritated for a point, but then he gets right back to it, and it's okay to get a little bit antsy here and there, as long as it doesn't affect you for more than that one shot. Then get on with it, and that's what he seems to be doing. I think Lendl's helped him a lot with that. Can always improve, that's no question about that, but he has vastly improved from what it was a couple of years ago.
Time.
Well, after the week that we've had here, delighted to see that the final actually got on after a significant delay. And now we've had an hour and 20 minutes plus of this. It's just something's waiting to develop, and I'm not sure what it is. As far as the majority of this crowd concerned, it would mean Murray winning the second set and keeping the final alive. He has a 3-2 lead. Cilic serving.
Love 15.
He's been a bit too generous with these double faults recently. Superb. Accurate tennis from
Love
Murray.
30.
Getting in the net at the right time there. Saw his man was going to be in trouble. That slice backhand got in nice and early to put the ball away. Like to have done better with that pass.
15-30.
Cilic doing his homework though. That's where the majority of the Murray passing shots go, on the forehand cross court, and he covered it. Just see Murray's intentions there on that backhand. He just stepped into the court.
15-40.
Here he goes, steps, leans into the ball, takes the ball on the rise. And that's where Cilic, just his mobility, not quite flexible enough on those type of shots to dig them back into court. Good passage of play here from Murray.
Rather like
30-40.
the golfer calling for his ball to hit the green and bite. Still with a break point. That's that heavy kick serve that you've been talking about, John. It bites into the surface, and if Murray can't get a double-handed backhand into play with any real meaning, then you know it was an effective serve.
He was odds-on favourite to make this.
Murray.
Just didn't get the feet right. It was a strange shot, and then he just snatched at the backhand volley there. Should have made that. Murray was way behind the baseline.
Net for service. Deuce.
Murray did well to get that ball back, to be honest. That was a fantastic body serve.
Every time Cilic has had a question asked, he has answered it. 3 break points saved in this game. And that one will go away.
It's just Murray showing how difficult it is to put the ball against him. I mean, you can see Cilic there just absolutely walloped that one. It was like, sorry, you are not getting this one back. I'm fed up.
Well, that is a wonderful game of tennis. Murray tried everything that he knew there, and Cilic holds.
3 games all. $15. Loyalty love.
Ball!
Loyalty 15. 40-15. Game Marin.
It's another comfortable hold for the British number 1, the world number 2.
Marin leads by 4-3.
The 2-all he held to love. 3-all he holds to 15. This is it's a momentum builder. It's a flow of a match. I mean, every match has its own sort of rhythm, if you like, and this at the moment, you know, 3 or 4 years ago, a match like this with Murray on a fairly humid day here, and they didn't know whether they were coming on or off. His concentration has been in or out. You know, he could have let this go, but I still think he's favourite to win.
Well, I agree with that, but I mean, and the pressure is it's steady, isn't it, on Cilic? I mean, these last couple of service games, he's had to come up with some big serves when he's been down. And he's played the big points extremely well, but Murray's asking questions now almost every service game, and Cilic's going to have to get a high percentage of first serves because Murray's onto him. If anything it's not immaculate, Murray's onto it now, and he's back in the fight.
And Cilic takes an early ball and hits it down the line very flat. That's where his attack is coming from. He has this enormous wingspan, of course. So the pattern very much that Cilic will try to get in on a flat ground stroke down the line. His first serve percentage has been improving throughout the course of the match. He won the first set 7-5. He's 4-3 down in the second set, the defending champion.
It was fortunate,
15.
but it was a fantastic get here. I mean, this is what makes Murray so difficult. I mean, that was a great approach shot, and he just hits that so low at Cilic here. Fabulous lunge, did well to get that racket head down there, and got the luck of the net, but deserved it, I think.
There's that attack again. It's down the line. First point, the forehand into the backhand corner of Murray. That one, the backhand into the forehand
30
corner.
love.
It's a very pure strike, and at 30 love, odds on to go ahead and win the game.
$40 love.
Might have a quick look to see if it's got any chalk on it. Fantastic service game. That's how to repel pressure. Well done, defending champion Cilic there.
That might have been his best service game of the match, really. He just took charge of that. Some big first serves, no double faults, which he's been doing recently, and oh, that was a fabulous game.
Suddenly you can feel how it's all come back to Murray awfully quickly there. That was a quick service game. Danger time.
$15 love. Mr. Murray is challenging the call on the left far sideline. Ball's called out.
Slightly late call. Murray was just turning away, thinking that he was 30 love up, but in fact it was out. Second
Ball
serve.
stands. Fairty love. Faulty love. Mr. Murray has one challenge remaining.
Too long.
Again, Murray. Murray leads by 5 games to 4.
And high praise indeed for Andy Murray and the reaction there to what had been a very comfortable hold for Cilic. Murray didn't open the door even slightly. He gave his opponent nothing. Sometimes you can help yourself by getting a high percentage of first serves in, just playing the percentages, and he did it exactly there. Hold on. Oh. What's going on under there? They just met, you know.
Time.
Yeah, it's a welcome sight, actually, isn't it? Just the very presence of some sun is helping everybody here. And last night there was a real question about a Monday finish, which they've had a couple of times in its 35-year history. But, no problem now. Serving to stay in this second set now, Marin Cilic. 4-5.
Hey.
15 love. Fifteen all.
Sorry.
30-15. Fourteen, 15.
Oh, he's cross with himself there. That was a chance to really get his teeth into this game. But it's another wayward forehand and game points.
And Cilic.
He was going to let that bounce. That was a great overhead.
5 games on.
And it's not like they've seen the sun all week.
Sun was okay from that side, wasn't it? But a clear blue sky can appear
Sure.
like it's like trying to hit an overhead with deep sort of space behind it. You can easily lose the ball, but no such thing there. Both players very keyed in here. It's a very fine game from Cilic, and he can launch another attack on the Murray serve now.
Fifteen love. Thirty love.
He tried to he brought Murray in, but unfortunately for him, Murray was able to get enough stick on this little chip shot there to put himself under such pressure. An easy backhand volley.
Forty love. And Marin.
Now another very solid hold.
Murray leads by 6 games to 5.
Never really battened down the hatches, haven't they, these last few points? Andy Murray quite vocal today. At the turn of the first set into the second set, he had quite a lot to say. Of course, he fell over as well, lost a break of serve, but he's certainly maintained his competitive edge here. You've never felt for a moment in this match that he's taken his eye off winning it. Get the feeling that if he gets over the hurdle of this second set, might just be able to open up a bit.
Yeah. It's good quality though. Particularly the last few games, both players have backed up their serves superbly. And there was a period where the match got a little bit patchy, a few too many errors from both players. But
Time.
last 4 or 5 games, it's really taken charge now. And there's some excellent rallies, excellent tennis going on here, both from both players.
Wimbledon just 8 days away. Preparations for that absolutely complete with the amount of tennis these two have played. They're just going head to head here. It's a juicy final. Serving to stay in the set for the second time, Marin Cilic. Oh,
Got him.
how about that? Is that a little piece of inspiration that drives him to this second set? Certainly a good start.
Love 15.
That was fabulous. And Cilic was not really right on top of the net. I mean, and he's a tall fella to get over like that, get him over from that position that deep. That was so much spin on that. Beautiful lob. Oh, he would have fancied his chances on making that one.
Dai, Mickey, I know.
30-15. All.
He's giving him a chance, giving himself a chance on this game. That's a superb return of serve. Just jumped on it right away, just threw the pressure right onto Cilic with that depth.
30-14.
So we'll go the distance here at Queen's Club.
7-5. 1 settle.
Everybody stretching their legs in the sunshine. And the tournament coming to a fitting climax. A set all here.
Hey.
15 love. $15.
Sorry.
30-15. $14-15.
can understand why he's cross with himself there. That was a chance to really get his teeth into this game. But it's another wayward forehand. Then game points.
And Cilic.
I thought he was going to let that bounce. That was a great overhead.
5 games on.
And it's not like they've seen the sun all week.
Sun was okay from that side, wasn't it? But a clear blue sky can appear
Sure.
like it's like trying to hit an overhead with deep sort of space behind it. You can easily lose the ball, but no such thing there. Both players very keyed in here. It's a very fine game from Cilic, and he can launch another attack on the Murray serve now.
$15 love. $30 love.
I tried to he brought Murray in, but unfortunately for him, Murray was able to get enough stick on this little chip shot there to put himself under such pressure. An easy backhand volley.
$40 love. And Murray.
Now another very solid hold.
Murray leads by 6 games to 5.
Never really battened down the hatches, haven't they, these last few points? Andy Murray quite vocal today. At the turn of the first set into the second set, he had quite a lot to say. Of course, he fell over as well, lost a break of serve, but he's certainly maintained his competitive edge here. You've never felt for a moment in this match that he's taken his eye off winning it. Get the feeling that if he gets over the hurdle of this second set, might just be able to open up a bit.
Yeah. It's good quality though. Particularly the last few games, both players have backed up their serves superbly. And there was a period where the match got a little bit patchy, a few too many errors from both players. But
Time.
last 4 or 5 games, it's really taken charge now. There's some excellent rallies, excellent tennis going on here, both from both players.
Wimbledon just 8 days away. Preparations for that absolutely complete with the amount of tennis these two have played. They're just going head to head here. It's a juicy final. Serving to stay in the set for the second time, Marin Cilic.
Got him.
How about that? Is that a little piece of inspiration that drives him to the second set? Certainly a good start.
Love 15.
That was fabulous. And Cilic was not really right on top of the net. I mean, and he's a tall fella to get over like that, get him over from that position that deep. That was so much spin on that. Beautiful lob. Oh,
15 all.
he would have fancied his chances on making that one.
Dai, Mickey, I know.
30-15. All.
He's giving him a chance, giving himself a chance on this game. That's a superb return of serve. Just jumped on it right away, just threw the pressure right onto Cilic with that depth.
30-14.
So we'll go the distance here at Queen's Club.
7-5. One settle.
Everybody stretching their legs in the sunshine. And the tournament coming to a fitting climax. A set all here. We are going now. 3 sets indeed. Now, just trying to get up into the chair there, Cedric Moria. He's just dropped a piece of paper out of his pocket.
Final set.
Doesn't need that. Look at this, sunshine. A grass court bathed in sunshine. Queen's Club title at stake. And Murray's in the lead.
15.
First time since midway through the first set where he had that break of serve.
30 love.
A little bit casual there from Cilic.
40 love.
What a get though from Murray.
Again, Murray.
Well, at the moment he's serving so well.
Please, new balls.
Backing
First
it up
game.
as well. If Cilic manages to get the return back and call the last 3-4 service games, he has just been spot on.
They used to ice skate here at Queen's Club when it froze over, and it's only when it started doing damage to the grass that they stopped it. But, you know, Murray seems to be utterly in control of his slide at the moment. Just moving to the ball so quickly, reading the play. And in the course of a match, there are moments where you feel that, well, it's time to attack. And this is certainly it. If Cilic doesn't play a couple of decent points here, then Murray's going to be all over him. Serving at love 1, final set. Line ball from Marin Cilic on the reverse forehand. He played it well. A quick look from Murray. Hopefully nice and quick. Yep.
Goal stands. 15 love.
But it shows how important Murray thought that point was, and this one as well. If he can get a start in this game, this is the moment. Or at least could be.
$30 love. Next first service. $40 love.
Excellent game, Cilic. Right from that first forehand, finding its mark. There was only one player in it.
One game on. first service. Love 15.
Excellent serve there, swinging away from Cilic, and then that forehand around the outside of the ball, whipping it cross court.
Fairty 15. Forty 15.
Bent this ball around, it looked like it was going out when he first hit it, curved it back into the court.
A nicely controlled slide from Andy Murray going onto the still
40.
slippery grass court surface outside the tram lines. What a return. Top end of the racket. Now, you don't want to be sliding into that hoarding over there. It was about 1 year ago to the day that something like that happened.
And Marin.
Backhand drive down the line from Murray in the sunshine. 2-1.
Marin leads by 2 games to 1.
You know, they have statistics and numbers for just about everything in sport these days, and it can blind you to what's actually happening out there. You can read so many notes, you can forget to actually watch the play. But certainly, if that line judge had been hit by a hoarding, Cilic would have won. Been the first man ever to win on defaults. The line judge being injured twice. It was very unlucky last year. This is more like it. That's Sam there. Samantha Frankel as she was. Sam Lendl now. They've got 5 children, all girls. So on behalf of all fathers who have daughters, can I just say happy Father's Day to Yvonne. 2's bad enough. Did you get your Father's Day gift this morning?
No.
What?
Well, it's a different day in the States, but evidently I didn't even realise I missed that day too. I don't know what's going on.
And they didn't think to remind you.
No. They shall pay for that.
Take a seat quickly, please.
What, are you going to cut the inheritance?
No Christmas presents.
Can you sit
Thinking
down,
ahead.
please?
Yeah, first change events where people would come back in after leaving at the end of the second set, this one, because they walk around after one game in the set, the players, and play is continuous. But this is the first change. So the crowd just settling in. 1-2.
Good start. Cilic has
15.
got to keep the focus on his service games at the moment. I mean, he hasn't got a sniff on Murray's serve now for quite a while, but he will get a chance. That's what he has to believe. He's just got to do his job and keep holding his serve.
Thirty love. Thirty 15.
Two
30 all.
Two poor backhands in a row. Oh, three in a row. Strange game this from Cilic. 30 love, so good, and then 3 errors. That was a good return
40.
from Murray, but not spectacular by any means.
And that's another one away. Murray has the breaker serve. Is that the blow that will bring him his third title here at
Marin
Queen's Club?
leads by 3 games to 1. Fifteen love.
A lovely understanding of the dimensions of the court and super ball control. That is an easy shot to make a mess of. So no such thing. Consolidating the break with 30 love here, Andy Murray.
$40 love.
Getting into top gear now. This is quite something to watch when he really lets fly. And the pressure seems to be off him now, and he's enjoying himself, and he's 4-1 up.
Marin leads by 4-1.
We were a little concerned there for a while. He was not very happy in the second set. Andy Murray looking over to the box. The negative self-talk was beginning to get in. Marin Cilic had done so well to come back in the first set from a breakdown at 3-love and 4-1 to take the set 7-5. Second set was really difficult for Murray, but this whole week he has looked the player to beat. I mean, I know it's easy to say that he's world number 2 and the top seed, but he's really looked like the 3.5-week break that he took to recuperate from a bad back and that made him miss the French Open. It looks like he came back very fresh and very keen to compete and to play. And over the course of a season where you can play upwards of 75, 80, 90 matches, you know, it's difficult to remain fresh the whole time. And sometimes these injury layoffs can be something of an advantage. He certainly got quite active on Twitter, did Andy Murray. Had plenty to say about how he doesn't take these sorts of experiences for granted now. What an experience this is. More than 7,000 people in the house.
Thank you.
Bright sunshine and an important title within his grasp. What can Cilic do?
15-love. $15.
That's just an exceptional defensive lob there from that position, but poor overhead there from Cilic. That's the best shot of the tournament.
I mean, just look how far he had to run to the backhand side. So some people are standing. Look, he's not in the picture. Here he comes.
Well, that just sums him up, doesn't it?
15-14.
Virtual match points, these. Just working on his fitness, doing some lateral running.
He should have challenged on that one.
Yeah,
give himself a couple of minutes rest.
Strategic challenging. Still a break point. Hats off.
Yes.
Murray looks like he needs a resuscitator down the end that he went over in 2005. Do you remember? He collapsed at the end of his run. Just a little thing, wasn't he then? A bit bigger now.
Advantage Cilic.
The pace was there from Cilic, but not the direction. You can hit this as hard as you want, but if you don't get it away from someone like Murray, he's going to pass you.
Oh, he never misses that shot.
No, that was too easy for him.
Never misses it. Speed of the racket head through that ball. Cilic hasn't got out of the game yet.
Well, how annoying must he be to play?
Really, you can't win points easily against him.
It's like it's a human backboard, isn't it? How does he get that one back?
Advantage Murray.
He's really got an understanding of the dimensions of the court, hasn't he? We know that with the ball control, but his anticipation makes opponents play shots they don't want to play, and loads of them.
Yeah.
So, third break point of the game.
Yes. Advantage Cilic.
Well,
Lovely
good
game.
effort. Wasn't it a good effort there? Murray threw everything at him. If he loses that game, match over.
Murray leads by 4 games to 2.
Hung him well.
Yep, the slapped forehand gets him out of the game. 3 break points. Defending his title here at Queen's Club with gusto. Murray's still 2 games away.
Hey.
15. Mr. Cilic,
Very close
challenging the
there.
ball on the left near sideline. Ball was pulled out.
Definitely worth the challenge, this one.
He whipped around the outside of the ball,
Yeah.
so it had some right to left on it, taking it down the line and away, and it caught the edge.
Replay the point.
has a first serve here. Mind you, he made a first serve
15.
on that point, and Cilic knocked it back into play.
Mr. Cilic is charging the ball on the right center line. Ball was called in. Second serve.
on.
30 love. Penalty 15.
Too many options there, too much time. That's a punishing point.
(40-15).
So accurate there with those ground strokes, both sides. Once again, just backing up his serve, his game so well.
Marin leads by 5-2.
It's very similar to the semi-final match that he won against Joe Wilfried Tsonga. You just thought, oh, is this sort of getting away from him at a set down and difficulties in the second set, but not a bit of it. So hungry to play the game, and a bit of a moan in the second set, but he was really just completely focused, and it's a rare thing to win 3 titles here. Just having a look at some of the names: Andy Roddick 4, Leighton Hewitt 4, Boris Becker 4, John McEnroe 4. Connors won in 72, 82 and 83, so he'd be joining that company. He's only 26 years old, and he came here with every intention of winning. That's easy when these stars turn up. You know, there's appearance fees and you know, all this. You know, they don't always turn up to every tournament and absolutely go after it. But Murray, from the word go, in his first round match against Mahou, has been very keen on putting his name on that trophy once again. It's an enormous trophy. It's beautiful. Need a big boot in your car to get that home. So a game away here. Imagine trying to beat him over 5 sets.
Nightmare.
Starting from tomorrow week at Wimbledon. It's going to be difficult, of course.
Oh!
(15 love). 30 love. Fairty 15.
Cilic running out of ideas, like people do against Murray. Yeah, the ball keeps coming back in difficult places, and Murray's team down there very keen to see him polish this off now, not have to serve for it in the next game.
Fairty 14.
This is pressure telling. It's been a fantastic defence of the title he won in quite controversial circumstances 12 months ago from Marin Cilic, but it's Murray on the verge of a third title here at Queen's Club.
This. Marin Cilic. Mr. Murray is trying to pull on the left baseline. Ball is called out.
Yeah, with the modern strings, the ball is gripped so much by these polyester things, and the ball can dip very quickly at the last minute as it drops pace. I wonder if this was one of these. It was onto the back edge of the line. So you see it time and time again. I mean, the eye reads that the ball should be going out.
Replay the point.
Yeah, it's a replay the point. Did the call affect Cilic's play on the ball? Probably not, but it's a precedent. Play 2.
Yes. Net for service. Advantage Cilic.
I don't often see him miss them by that far.
I think he could be a bit nervous trying to close this out.
Maybe.
Won 26 titles before. Olympic gold, US Open. And Murray will have to serve it out, which is a test, whoever you are. And you have to salute the effort of Marin Cilic again, because he hasn't had hardly any air to breathe in this set. Murray has been all over him, and he keeps on holding somehow. So Murray serves for this Queen's Club title. And a 27th title in what has been a glorious career.
Come on.
15.
Well, that was a wrap around the frame on the forehand side from Murray, and just as Cilic had one earlier on in the match, what a time for it to go Murray's way.
That's the problem. People say they even out, but they don't a lot of times, because it's when it happens in the match that's the crucial thing, and that was a crucial point right there to get that miss hit.
Must be a British net.
Mr. Murray is charging the ball on the right far sideline. Ball screen.
So if he's wrong, he will lose this point. He thinks it was out. There was no call. And it's on the sideline. And he had a lovely forehand play on it, and he was wrong to challenge.
Goal stands 30-15. Mr. Murray has one challenge remaining.
A third title at Queen's Club for Andy Murray.
6-3.
From a set down. A valiant defence from Marin Cilic, but it's Murray's. Just over 2.5 hours. An intense final here in London. Well done. Well, so much for the injury worries coming in that made him miss the French Open. He's fine. And tomorrow week, he will begin another campaign at Wimbledon. His last 3 grass court events. Final of Wimbledon, 1 Olympic gold, beating Djokovic and Federer, and now a win at Queen's Club. He is in very fine fettle indeed. John Lloyd, what did you make of that performance?
Well, it was fabulous. I mean, he had that injury scare. He was there was a couple of little wobbles there in the end of that first set and the beginning of the second there. He was getting a little bit irritated, but I think he was worried about the movement and after that fall. But then once he got back out there and got his mind back into the game, I mean, the last set and a half, his service games were just immaculate. I mean, he didn't let Cilic breathe, basically. He was on every service game. And all the time on Cilic, she just kept putting pressure after pressure, and eventually it just told. It was, it's been a fine week. I mean, he could not have asked for a better week's preparation.
Beaten some very fine players. Tsonga in the semi-final from a set down. Difficult conditions to deal with as well. And it's well done to all the tournament staff, and these girls from Nonsuch and St. Philomena's. They've done a fabulous job as well. They go through so much training.
To our 2013 runner-up, Marin Cilic.
Good effort. A little under 50,000 euros to the defending champion. But he's been a very fine champion for 12 months. And when you go out there on tour, the tournaments that you won define you. That's nice touch as well. Brian Kimpton joining the presentation party, informally called in by Peter Bretherton of the LTA. So runner-up this year, Marin Cilic. And the next announcement will be for your champion this year and for the 3rd time.
Finance will now present the championship trophy and a magnum of Moet to our 2013 Aegon champion, Andy Murray.
And the next time we see him play, he'll be wearing white and he'll be at Wimbledon, and we look forward to that. Check for just over 86,000 euros. But more importantly, a 3rd title here at the Queen's Club in London. 32 inches high, that. It weighs a bit too. Just wondering if there's any champagne in that, and I think Andy might have been wondering the same question.
Well, congratulations, guys. First of all, Marin, say to you, it was a wonderful match. You've had a wonderful tournament, but boy, you came up against a tough guy today.
True. I mean, it was a great match, I think, from both sides. Great level of tennis, and Andy showed that he's capable of coming back, and a great fighter. So big congratulations for him for a great week and another win here.
Now, I know you love this tournament, but and it's nice at the moment, but how have you enjoyed the British summer this week?
Well, I mean, we can't do much about it, so I enjoyed as much as I can, and was extremely great week for me to be here again to play great tennis. Enjoyed all my matches. It was not easy. I had some tough fights, and also enjoyed today to play in front of the full crowd as always, and just hoping I'm going to continue with my good form, and of course to come back as well next year.
Well, look forward to seeing next year, and good luck for Wimbledon, ladies and gentlemen. Marin Cilic. Well done, Andy. Take you back a month. A month ago, you were injured. Now here you are with a title, a magnificent trophy. Quite a comeback.
Yeah, I mean, I worked very hard in the time that I had off to try and get myself back in the best shape possible, and I couldn't have done it. Obviously, with my team, they've helped me a lot. They've been very patient with me, and yeah, it's down to them why I was able to come out and play so tough the last 2 matches.
I've got a feeling your physio could have been a bit worried about what happened in that first set. Talk us through it.
Yeah, I mean the courts have been, they've taken a bit of a pounding this week. It's been extremely wet, and I think I just caught my. There we go. We'll see it. Yeah, it's just a bit sore on the groin area. And yeah, thankfully it wasn't too bad.
You're up against a really tough guy today, though. I mean, he had you worried.
Yeah, I mean, he's one of the best grass court players in the world. Me and Marin have had, we played against each other since juniors, and we've had a lot of very close matches and tight matches. And I was lucky to come through in the end because he was playing some very good tennis, especially towards the end of the second set, and I got a little bit lucky at the end of that set.
Now, the reason I threw in that question, didn't go to my next one, was because I was going to say that Kim is sitting over there, standing over there at the moment, your girlfriend, and yet you blew a kiss to someone up on the stand up there.
Yeah, I don't know how many of you know the story, but I hope everyone can stick around. We're playing an exhibition match right after we're done with this nonsense. But my best friend over there, Ross Hutchins, he was diagnosed with cancer. About 6 months ago, and he's dealt with it incredibly well. He's been so brave, and he just finished his last treatment on Thursday. So all of the money that's raised for the exhibition match and everything that's gone with it is going to go to Royal Marsden charity, which has helped Ross get through it. So if everyone can stay around, it'd be much appreciated.
Yeah, it's been such a tough time for Ross. I know, very emotional for you, but Ivan Lendl has been talking this match up a lot. Are you looking forward to it?
I honestly want to win this match more than the one we just played now, because I have to spend a week with him before Wimbledon, the preparations, and if me and Tim lose to him, he's going to be all over me. So I hope you guys are on our side.
You know what he says? If you hit him, he's going to have you doing drills at 7:30 tomorrow morning.
Well, I'm going to hit him. That's the plan. I've been talking about it all week, so I'll give it a go.
Well, thank you for letting me hold the microphone this time. It's very nice of you. Anyway. And I wish you well. I know you've got to get ready for this big match. So, ladies and gentlemen, Queen's Club champion, the Aegon champion this year, Andy Murray.